September 18th, 1939. Near the Polish village of Pociecha, Section Commander Edmund Roman Orlik.
Suddenly Orlik raises his hand.
Stoi!
The Tankette stop instantly as the distant rumble of engines echoes across the countryside.
Listening carefully, Orlik realizes the sound is coming from the right. German tanks are approaching. Knowing the machine gun Tankettes cannot fight armored vehicles, Orlik orders them to stay behind. He will face the enemy alone. Crushing through bushes, the tiny tank hunter reaches a concealed position overlooking a lonely crossroads, ready for the perfect ambush. Hidden beneath the bushes, Orlik steadies his breathing. The empty crossroads lies silent, but the roar of approaching engines grows louder every second. The first German vehicle appears. Leading the patrol is a powerful Panzer IV-B, commanded by nobleman Victor IV Albrecht von Ratibor. Confident in their armor, the Germans believe no Polish forces remain nearby. Every hatch is closed as they continue their routine patrol. Carefully approaching the crossroads, the German column slows. "Nobody's here!" the commander decides. "Forward!"
Orlik's eyes lock onto the white cross painted on the Panzer's turret. The ambush has worked perfectly.
Without hesitation, Orlik squeezes the trigger. A single 20mm shell races toward its target. Hidden beneath the bushes, a young South Asian male named Orlik, with a lean build and wearing a practical muted color. Smoke pours from the disabled tank as terrified crewmen scramble through the hatches to escape. A nearby Polish tankette opens fire with its machine gun, cutting down the escaping Germans before they can reach cover. Behind the burning Panzer IV, two Panzer 35s finally roll into view. The battle is only beginning.
Orlik immediately orders his driver to reverse. The two Panzer 35Ts have already aimed their guns toward the hidden TKS.
Inside the German tanks, the gunners struggle to spot the tiny Polish vehicle hidden among the thick foliage.
Verdammte Kakerlaken! Damn it, Cockroaches!
The first Panzer fires. Moments later, the second joins in, sending two shells crashing toward the hidden TKS. The shells rip apart trees and bushes, but the tiny Polish tank escapes untouched.
Orlik answers with a burst of 20mm fire, but every round bounces harmlessly off the German armor.
Then the German driver makes a mistake. As the tank advances, its side armor becomes exposed.
Orlik slams a fresh magazine into the cannon and opens fire without mercy. One armor-piercing round finally breaks through the hull, striking the ammunition stored inside. A devastating explosion tears through the German tank as flames burst from the open hatch. The final Panzer keeps firing wildly while driving past its burning companion. Shells tear through the forest, but the tiny TKS remains almost impossible to hit.
Kakerlaken! Cockroaches!
Realizing he is alone, the German commander orders a retreat toward the nearby village of Pociecha. Orlik refuses to let the enemy escape. He orders his driver forward, beginning a desperate pursuit through the forest. The tiny TKS crashes through thick bushes, relentlessly chasing the fleeing Panzer 35T. Bursting from the trees, Orlik finally spots the German tank racing across open ground.
Orlik steadies his aim and unleashes another burst from the 20mm cannon.
The shells slam into the Panzer's rear armor, crippling the German vehicle. The damaged Panzer rolls to a stop as smoke pours from its engine compartment.
Hände hoch!
"Hands up!" Orlik shouts. The Germans slowly raise their hands in surrender.
Where is your commander? Orlik demands. The prisoners silently point toward the burning Panzer IV.
Together, they hurry toward the burning wreck, hoping someone is still alive inside.
Thick smoke pours from the open hatches as flames consume the damaged Panzer.
Battling the choking smoke, they discover Commander Victor von Ratibor still alive, but gravely wounded. They pull the injured commander from the wreck just moments before the flames spread further. Despite every effort, Victor von Ratibor succumbs to his wounds only minutes later.
Silence falls over the battlefield as both friend and foe reflect on the terrible cost of war.
We would have hit you if you weren't those damned cockroaches!
Instead of taking offense, the Polish tank crews proudly embraced the nickname Cockroaches.
This would not be Orlik's final victory. The very next day, he fought again. At the town of Sierakov, Polish defenders faced another determined German assault.
Fighting with remarkable skill, Orlik helped destroy 7 more German armored vehicles. The exact details of the battle have faded with time, but Orlik's courage remains unforgettable.
For his extraordinary bravery, Edmund Roman Orlik was later awarded the Cross of Valor. He became recognized as Poland's very first tank ace.
Yet bravery alone could not overcome Poland's overwhelming shortage of men, equipment, and supplies.
Orlik continued fighting through the defense of Warsaw before joining the Polish resistance. Captured by the enemy, Orlik later escaped and survived the war. In peacetime, he became a successful architect and rebuilt his life. His extraordinary journey reflected both the horrors of war and the resilience of the human spirit. Edmund Roman Orlik passed away on April 8, 1982, leaving behind a legacy of courage and determination. His story reminds us that courage is not measured by the size of a weapon, but by the strength of those who wield it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe for more true tales of courage, sacrifice, and military history.